Alright, I don't know when this video is going to come up, but I think I might as well do an intro since I am posting these in timed releases. So what I'm going to do today, I'm not happy with this explosion. I like how it looks, but I'm going to have a hard time separating between the background and this explosion. So what I want to do is I want to just paint the whole background in, and then I'm going to paint the explosion back in, and then I'm going to put the smoke. Because if I put the smoke in right now, I'm going to just be trying to cover up my mistake between the background and this explosion, so I might as well just put the whole background in and do the explosion all over, because it'd be very easy. I can just do random chaos. And I've already done some mixing. I cleaned up my palette and did some mixing before I started this video. Also, I got a new yellow. Now I should have a better range of yellows and oranges. Let's go. Alright, today I'm going to cover up what I did last video. It seems really pointless that I put up a video knowing that I was going to cover up over it anyway, but you know, I made these decisions in the moment, so I'm keeping it in. Anyway, I should have painted the background first. I'm just painting Underhaven's colors, violet, pink, and blue. So I'm getting those in first and just laying them down very generally and blending between the colors. I'm just coming in and just putting this background in. I should have started with the background to begin with, but I was focused on the character designs too much to do anything about that. And now I'm just putting in highlights on clothing. You'll see me just like put layer after layer after layer, and that's kind of how my process works. Because these colors are very transparent anyway. They don't lay down opaque, except for like bright colors. So I lay down bright colors, and then I'm gonna glaze in more of like blue on top of it, and those yellows underneath will show up. I'm just refining shapes, getting some highlights, finding where the lights are. Actually, it was really hard to do this because I was putting the lights in, but there's no like light source that's established, so I'm just like guessing, and I ended up like sticking my light sources in later to try to make sense of the light that I'm seeing on my painting. So that's not really how light works. You can't really force it that way, but I did. I'm just sticking in layers on the hairs. I painted over the face, like over the faces, several different times, and each time it would either look good or it'd look bad. I don't know why I would cover up over it if it looked good. I guess like I would do it because I thought, oh, I could maybe do this better. And it's a lot of trial and error. So now we're going to put that explosion back in. Now it's going to make more sense because now their actual channels colors are in the background. Now I think those colors have probably changed by now. These are the old colors. I don't know what they're using now. I've seen a few of their streams, and I don't even think they're using this color palette anymore. I'm just doing the same thing I did the last time, except this time I'm using like more of like a pointillism approach, like George Seurat. It's kind of like individual dots or pixels. Like think of it like pixels of different varying tones of reds and yellows and oranges, and darknesses and light. I would say lightnesses, but that sounded so weird. And I think I'm trying to get like some kind of clouds in, but like right now it's just the chaos. I might have overdid it on the clouds here, and I think I changed that again later down the road. Now instead of having 13 or 14 sessions, I got them down to 10. So this is the 9th, and the 10th is going to be coming up soon, hopefully. And yeah, this is just a bunch of different videos lumped together. I was going to try to put just some royalty-free music over top and not say anything, but there's some weird segments where there's like pauses and stuff that I have to be prepared for that like I couldn't fit with the music, so here we are. I'm just putting in lights and the clouds and just throwing in general chaos all over the place. A really good way to make an explosion like this, just I'd call it create a mess. We are finally there. We can finally put the finishing touches on this. What? Wait a minute. Something not right here. That's it. We're in panic mode, boys. This arm is completely fucking wrong. It's a disembodied arm, and you're gonna think this is a horrible idea. In fact, I really don't want to fucking do this. We're gonna paint this background in over this. We're completely starting over. Not on the whole thing. But this. It's a disembodied arm, and I should have picked up on it at the very start, but I didn't. As you can see, I had a whole like little meme thing that I made ready for this. It was supposed to be multiple videos. My friend pointed out to me that the arm didn't look like it was attached to Swegta's body, and I couldn't see it until it was too late. So here I'm putting his arm back in, and this was supposed to be its whole own video on its own. That's why I had that meme prepared for it. I was going to have that be an intro, but because I got so far behind, I'm just lumping these all together to push through to the end, because like we're pretty much to the end. It's just a lot of just extra things that I thought of in the moment to just add, and I just kept adding to it. Now I am working on the light on the wings. What I'm trying to think of is like how is that explosion behind gonna like shine through Jamie's wings. At first I was thinking I was just gonna have it just be purple and then just put some highlights, but I was like thinking, oh no, it's probably gonna be translucent, so, or maybe semi-opaque, where like you see most of the color of the wing, but there's some of the light peeking through the wing, and so that's what I was trying to think of how to pull off that effect. And I go in with different like color schemes. I change it up a lot over the course of just this video because I couldn't decide what looked good, and it took a long time to like find where I was like, okay, I'm happy with this. This looks cool. And so yeah, it's just a lot of trial and error with color. Like here I think I made it too bright here, and you'll see it change. There's just too much like oranges and yellows, and it's too bright. Not that much light would be passing through it, but you'll see me dull it up a little bit. I'm getting into the dark areas of the wing. I want to try to keep my lines as straight as I possibly can and have it make sense. And soon this I'll be able to move on to other things. Next time I do one of these paintings, I'm gonna try to do what I've been doing recently, which is
real-time videos rather than these sped-up videos, and do something more simpler than this so that I can just get through it and not have it be a huge project. And I'm just like changing the tones and the flavors. I'm not like really putting drastically different colors in these wings. I'm just like seeing like, oh, does this work? Maybe this kind of looks cool. Nah, maybe not. And then making decisions like based on like what I'm trying to get at is that I don't want to just put something in and then be like, oh yeah, that's the right color, because it most likely isn't, and it's most likely my brain just wanting to give me something that isn't there. So then I gotta think of like, okay, how's it gonna look if it is actually there? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to get at here. As you can see, I toned down some of it. I figured where the most yellow and orange is going to be like directly right behind Animancer because of the explosion happening behind him. So that's where the wings are going to have the most brighter colors, and then like towards Swegda should dull out, and then like towards his right arm it should be completely in violet because it's darker. And so here I'm changing up. I didn't have my background in, and I thought they were I thought it looked cool at first, but then I realized they're standing in a void. So over the next couple clips, you're going to be seeing me put in the background behind them. Oh, here's a little bug that showed up. I just decided to film this bug that was on my canvas.
As long as it's not on my canvas, I don't want to get painted, into my canvas. And yeah, I don't really want to kill it either.
So yeah, it's a good thing that acrylic paint dries really quickly, because that fly could have got trapped in if that was oil paint, and it would have been a pain in the ass to get it out. It got to live, and it didn't have to get trapped in because acrylic paint just dries fast. So now I'm just refining Jamie's form here. I do this over and over again throughout this whole painting, is refining the forms, seeing different color relationships of yellows and reds and muted purples, muted greens. Like, I try to have like a color harmony, even blue, but when I use blue, I also mute that as well. Like I want my colors that are gonna pop the most to be more like the rouge, reds, and yellows in the highlights, and then everything else is like there, but it's muted. They're more like, I guess I call them shadow colors, and shadow colors can range from like dark oranges, dark yellows, which dark yellow is brown, so or violet or green, but it's not going to be like the green or the violet you get out of the tube. It's going to be dulled down, it's going to be muted, and it's going to be pretty dark or mid-toned, but not vibrant when I'm saying if there's green or if there's blue. Right now I'm just putting highlights in on the detonator that Animancer's holding in his hand. Just working on the hoodie area. I think my video has crashed. Well, at any rate, I'm going to just keep talking until it picks back up. My computer, I think it's going to crash here. Okay, now I'm putting just some light behind Animancer's head from where the epicenter of the explosion is. It's going to be the brightest, so putting some bright color behind him. My video, and I'm like trying to watch this video as I'm talking here, and it is lagging, so I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I think I'm doing like some pointillism technique. I have like a angled brush. It's like has loose hairs, and it makes these details happen automatically, and it's kind of like a series of little dots, and I just rotate the brush around, and kind of just work my way around Animancer's head to have like the explosion happening in the background. And these are just different tonal shifts of yellows, reds, and oranges dotted in. Now I'm putting some clouds and some like debris. I'm trying to create the feeling of chaos happening behind him. And it's not organized chaos either, it's just chaos. And if I don't like the result of the chaos I created, I'll create some new chaos happening behind, because that's kind of the nature of explosions. And now I decided to put in my horizon line and putting some ground, and I'm putting in the buildings behind them, because like I said, it looked like they were standing in a void, and I thought it was weird because I tried to put a shadow under Swag took his feet are in the shot, which now I'm thinking I should have just had his legs go off the end completely and not have feet, because they look awkward, and no matter what I did, I wasn't able to fix it. But yeah, other than that, it's turned out pretty good. And this is why I'm putting light on the ground. I'm trying to like think of the ground behind him. Anyway, that's my video for today. Thank you for watching. Support Underhaven, support Jamie Darkay, support Swagta, support Animancer, which actually is the same channel, Underhaven. Support all of their YouTube channels, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, talk in the comment section. I'll respond. All right. I'm the disgusting beauty. I fucked that up, didn't I?